Hello, welcome to Leetcode Daily Challenge. Today's problem is move pieces to obtain a string. So in this problem, we are given two strings, start and target. Both are of length n, and each string consists of only characters L, R, and underscore. So characters L and R represent pieces where a piece L can move to the left hand side, and if it is blank on to its left, R can move to right only if there is a blank space next right to it. Underscore represent a blank space. It can be occupied any of the L or R pieces. Return true if it is possible to obtain the string target by moving the pieces of the string any number of times, otherwise return false. So in this problem, we have L over here, and in target we see L is behind this position. So we can move L to left hand side, so and there is a space, we can move it. So this will be found. Similarly for these two R's are at the right hand side. We can move these two, shift them to right hand side. Okay, that makes sense. In this problem, we see that they are altered. Like R is before L. If even if I try to move it, I won't. I will be able to underscore R L underscore because only spaces can be taken by R's and L's. So we will never be able to make L and R. Okay. So one thing to note that if the relative order should remain the same in order to convert them. One thing to note. Another thing is underscore R R underscore. I cannot move this to my left hand side to form this. Another thing to note is that if I have character R and if its index is greater than the required index of target, I can't make it. So same will be the case if I have L over here. If my L was, let me add this case, that if my string was L underscore, L underscore, and my target string was underscore L, I can't move my L to right. So I have to make sure that whenever I am comparing the adjacent elements, because one thing to note was the relative order should remain the same. That is, if I have R, corresponding R should be there. If I have L, corresponding L should be there. So I will be checking those corresponding characters only, and their indexes I will check. So I will check if my current character is L, and if it is lying before the required character in target, I can't make it. Similarly, for R, if my current character in start is greater than the required character in target, then also I can't make it. So in that both the cases I will return false. So what I have done here is that I have maintained two pointers. J will be pointing to target, I will be pointing to start. I've started the iteration to compare the relative character order. That is, my R should be compared with the very first character in target. So for that, what I'm doing, whenever finding underscore, keep on continue until I find a valid character that is either R or L in both target and start. That is, my ing are doing the job, incrementing it and finding ing required. Then after that, I'm checking that if my target of j is matching start of I or not. They should have the same. Okay. If that's not the case, if one is R, another one is L, we will simply return, because there are two possible things that can happen, that the count of R, L, N in both target and start can be different. Another one is the order R can be different. So this all though both cases are covered by this condition. Next, we will see this case. First, we'll see this one, that if my start of I is equal to R, if I encounters R over here, same my target of J will be also R. Now what I'll do is I will check the relative index, that what are the indexes. So if I find that index of R, that is in start, that is greater than J, then I will return false, because I cannot move my right to left hand side. It has to be something smaller or smaller than the required index in target for R. So returning false for that. And since we discussed this L condition some time back, that it should be opposite, because right cannot move to the left cannot move, L character cannot move to the right hand side. So if that's the case, that in I have J is greater than I, so the case I mentioned, that it is L underscore and here underscore L, I cannot make my L move forward. In that case also I will return false. And these three cases will cover all the conditions, and if all these conditions are satisfied, we'll simply return true. So yeah, that was all for this problem. If you have any query, do comment it out, And if you like the video, hit the like button and do subscribe for more daily content. You can try it out by playing out with more examples, and if you find out the explicit conditions for false, you will be good to go. And finally, this is refactored code that can be accomplished if you encounter all the cases that can be made. So yeah, that is all for this question. Thank you.